Right now you're going to be watching Camo4x4s.com.
Almost every night, but now I might be mistaken.
Some flavor, but it's not overwhelming, you know. All right, first plate. Who's ready?
It's a Razor XP 900 EFI. It's probably
You're serious? A deal like this?
Me too.
Right in the tracks, and it was just an awesome hunt. Took everything we had to get this thing back in the flares. We got him back to camp, weighed him. He weighed in at 203, a nice solid 9-pointer. Just another successful hunt. So you can see that this stand lowers all the way to the ground, which allows a wheelchair to go in. It allows people who don't have the ability to climb a tree stand to be able to still hunt. This is the best way to drink a 90 Light.
Smoked it.
300 yards. To be exact, we pushed this round out to 270 yards. You can see the hits on the target, and I just wanted to prove that, you know, with this round you can push it out a lot further than 100 yards.
Oh shit, you see it?
No, you keep cutting the light off.
See it down there? Look at it. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Don't worry about it.
I can't get to get back on stage.
Fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming.
That was awesome. Yeti does not smoke.
Subscribe for more videos. Camo4x4s.com. What's up, everybody? Kill the audio, everybody. We are live action on YouTube. Just got this, all these names, all the people that pretty much, it doesn't really look like much, but it's like 60 some names, people that participated in the drawing on Facebook. But yeah, it's been a while since I pretty much did a live video on YouTube, so I just figured I'd try it out and see what's going on, see how many people I could get in the room. Only 4, not the end of the world. But are there any questions? Did people actually like is the audio good? It looks like it's good. I can't tell. I got so much going on here. I got like 3 or 4 windows open, and I'm just trying to do the best I can here. The live stream. It's something that's kind of intrigued me here lately, doing the live stream stuff, and I just wonder about the things that you can do outdoors, whether it be hunting or fishing, or doing anything else for that matter, that you could incorporate a live stream. That would be pretty fun to do. So I'm gonna pull my camera for a second. I don't see any comments yet rolling in. So comments yet. I'm trying to kill the audio on my phone. But yeah, so I got my phone open here, checking the live stream, and I got the monitor over here, and got the computer over here. Anyways, got a lot going on here. Let's see if I can get this back the way it was. Yeah, but so I don't really see any questions anybody has about anything. No comments about the intro or anything like that. I'm working on some projects right now that are coming up. One's going to be to Cancun here next month. We're going down there and we're going diving, and that should be pretty awesome. Some awesome footage to come from that. But hey Ashley, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and draw the winner. I got my grandma's bread basket here, my great grandma's actually. And I'm going to pull a winner. I try to anyways. CJ Littleton. CJ Littleton, are you watching right now? CJ Littleton, are you watching? Probably not, but anyways, he said would make a great replacement for my Bison cooler, and he gave me a little okay emoji. So he pretty much is the winner. And of course we did this drawing, or we did the contest on Facebook. We started at the beginning of September. Of course it's been pretty rough in North Carolina in September, and the contest didn't get as much traction as I hoped it would. And so, but that was pretty much good for the people that were in the contest, because you guys that participated, and I know that Ashley did. I know she participated in the contest, but you had like a 1 in 50 chance of winning. But I still need to look him up and make sure that he likes the page. So I'm gonna look him up real quick. If you all, anybody that's watching, the 6 people, if y'all got any questions or want to know anything, I'll be happy to answer anything at this point. But I'm trying to figure out another trip to Bonaire in maybe December sometime. So I'm trying to get that figured out. The thing with Bonaire was, like, I went down there and I filmed all this footage, and I got back home and I had all the footage on this little portable hard drive, and I dropped it. Literally, like, I dropped the hard drive like 2 inches and it hit the countertop and gone. It was corrupted. And I was able to save about maybe 20% of the footage from Bonaire. But like the most amazing stuff that I had was swimming with the tarpon and doing that kind of thing, and it was all gone. And you know, you just can't replace it. So I'm just gonna have to go back and do it again. But other than that, let's see here. I'm on the Camo 4x4s. Facebook page right now, and I'm just gonna make sure that he followed the rules. But yeah, so we camo 4x4s. It's on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So like, if you're not following along with those social media platforms, you're always welcome to add us on Snapchat or Instagram or any of those other ones for that matter. Just looking here for page likes. And check the page. CJ. Not seeing that CJ liked the page. Oh, there he goes, right there. 6/18/2017 was when he liked the page. But anyways, he is the winner. He's a North Carolina native. But anyways, I wanted to kind of keep this one short. But long story short, I've been practicing or playing around with the live stream stuff. And like I said, I'm going to try to do some live stream outdoorsy kind of things like fishing and hunting, and just see how it goes. I'd love to go on some hunting trips this fall, but haven't gotten anything lined up really with hunting wise. But I do have 2 diving trips coming up this fall, which will be really nice. Have another trip to, hopefully I think to Nashville, Tennessee, but that's completely unrelated. It's been kind of a rough go, I guess, over the past few years for me, and I kind of fell off YouTube for a little bit, but it's kind of where I want to get back into it, and it's one of my main passions. And they always say if you're passionate about something, then you'll excel in it. And I've been doing this for probably 15 years or better, and just making videos and all that. And the last year, I've been really getting used to Final Cut 10, trying to learn how to use Final Cut 10 to the best of my ability. I mean, I've been using Final Cut for like the last 15 years. But there are a lot of settings and a lot of new like rendering settings in Final Cut 10 that are a lot different than Final Cut Pro Studio 2. And so it just takes some getting used to with, the project files and rendering files and all that. But anyways, long story short, I mean, here's my old editing computer. It's over there. You can see it. It's a 28-inch monitor, and the desktop is below it. And when I got that thing, it was freaking 25 grand. Yeah, I pretty much wired the money to Apple, but it's crazy how far technology's come. And that little 15-minute intro that I made for the live video stuff, that I'm planning on doing a lot of live streams coming up with, like challenges, hot eating challenges, like the hottest sucker and the hottest, just different stuff. And then of course on top of that, with the hunting and fishing, trying to do some of that stuff. So I just wanted a good intro to bring everybody in. Or the live stream starts at 8, or say whatever time it might be. You can have about 15 minutes of pre-roll into that, which is really cool. Just stuff people might not have seen, of your work or whatever. This year's been a really amazing year, despite some personal things I've had going on, but made it to we did the Yeti Coolers Challenge, and we made it to like Fox News, CNN, like Al Jazeera. I mean, you name it, we were on it. And then a couple weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, with Florence coming in, we shot a little video walking through a flooded house, and sure enough, that ended up on every news outlet in the world. But just like I said, I'm trying to finish up with Final Cut 10, trying to learn it to the best of my ability. And I'm telling you, like 10 years ago, doing a little 15-minute pre-roll, you know, I pretty much designed that in like a day and a half and threw together some footage. I can always change it at any time now and throw new stuff in, take stuff out, and it's just really cool. But 10 years ago, that would have taken, 15 minutes 10 years ago would have taken 10 days or a solid week of editing because of all the rendering time. And it's just amazing how far the technology's come, and you know, it keeps improving all the time. But with all that being said, I really have an interest in live streaming for some reason, and I want to, you know, try to do that and play around with it and see how it goes. But I just think that there's a lot of cool stuff that you could live stream that, you know, you just don't see every day. Another thing we have in the works is we're going to be building a custom rifle with Swift Creek rifles. It's a friend of mine that runs this little company, a rifle company, and he's going to build me a 6.4, I believe it's a 6.4 Creedmoor, if I'm not mistaken. But these rifles that he makes are really nice, and we're going to film the whole process and him talking about kind of like what he does and why his rifles are different than any other custom rifles. He's even been reached out to by Donald Trump Jr. for a rifle. I probably shouldn't have said that, but maybe he won't see this. Who knows? Anyways, probably taking up enough people's time, but there's a lot of stuff that we have in the works, and I'm going to be working really hard. 2019 is, I'm hoping it's going to be a bombshell year. There's lots of things on my list as far as video projects are concerned. I've sat down and made a list of topics on things or ideas to elaborate on. But it's going to be, 2019 is going to be an amazing year. And the one thing that I failed on in the last 15 years in doing my videos is I don't really explain what I'm doing or why I'm doing what I'm doing. I just do what I do and I make a montage out of it. And, you know, in the past I've been doing more and more as far as like, you know, talking a little bit and explaining a little bit what I'm doing. But I think in 2019 what I want to do is, I love the montage style. I can go back, and I'm not really doing this for views. I mean, I'm doing it for myself. When I'm 80 some years old laying in a hospital bed, I can pretty much look back at my life and say, this was fun as hell. I had a good time and I don't have any regrets. And that's really why I do what I do. And to be able to share it with people that might not be as fortunate to be able to go and do. I mean, people with physical limitations or, you know, monetary limitations. But just to kind of share the experience. Or maybe you're going to the same place that I went to last week, and I've already got the video up, and I can give you an idea of what it might be like, so you can get an idea and know what to take with you. But it's you know, it's doing the video stuff. It's a lot of work, but it's very rewarding, and I've missed out on that for the last 6 years or so. Got banned from YouTube for a little while. Not my fault, by the way. I think I was kind of being like shadow banned or whatever, but you know, I'm back, and I'm gonna keep putting out the vids. And you know, if you guys enjoy just having a few minutes in time and somewhere else in a video, then anybody like that's gonna enjoy watching my stuff. So we try to keep it PG-13 and all that and whatnot, and that might change in 2019 because apparently that's not what people want to see these days. But who knows? Maybe we'll stay original and stay PG-13 and all that. But basically, what I was saying, in 2019, I'm going to make like a montage of whatever it was that I was going to make a montage of, and then do another video with a little bit of like explaining why it is what it is and where and all that good stuff. But anyways, I don't see any questions or really comments that you need to answer. So this is going to be the first of many live streams. I'm sure the next live stream will be some sort of hot eating challenge or something like that. I have a live streaming kit coming in, which I'm going to learn forward and back. It's going to allow me to hook up to 10 cameras at one time and switch back and forth, and we're going to do some really crazy stuff in the last couple months of this year and definitely going into next year. But as always, live stream for 18 minutes. Appreciate you guys watching and hanging in there with me, and we're gonna do some really fun stuff this year. If you guys have any video ideas, just leave them down here in the comments, and hopefully maybe we can do some of whatever it is that you're interested in. But